so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
For those who pray, please join me in prayer. Creator, as we gather, we recognize our diversity in beliefs, values, faith traditions, but honoring our unity in gratitude. Creator, thanks for the gift of intellect, goals met, the support of family and friends, mentors, and a society that encourages and funds education. We ask for blessing on the mission of Southeastern and for those that will continue the journey. As we journey forth, filled with knowledge and dreams, let us continue to learn from our diversity, filled with compassion and peace. May the gratitude that we experience on this day of new beginnings be the focus for all that is to come. This I pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Alleluia.
behalf of the summer and fall graduating classes of 2012, the faculty, staff, students, and alumni, I would like to welcome you to the fall commencement exercises at Southeastern Oklahoma State University. As we begin our ceremony today, I would ask for a moment of silence as we offer our hearts and prayers to the school children, teachers, and their families in Connecticut for the tragedy that occurred yesterday. Thank you. To the graduates, it's a great pleasure for me, along with the rest of the Southeastern family, to be able to take part in this commencement ceremony, which marks the beginning of your life as a professional and the point in your life where every conceivable option is open to you. This commencement ceremony is particularly significant at Southeastern Oklahoma State University because 83 of our graduates today are first-generation college graduates, the first in their families to receive a college degree. We're very proud to be a significant part of this life-changing experience. This graduating class has a local, regional, and state, national, and even international flavor this year. Today's graduating class includes students from 87 communities throughout Oklahoma. It also includes students from 23 states across our great country and a dozen other countries. In addition to our home state graduates, we have graduates from as near as Texas and Arkansas and as far away as Japan and Scotland. Each graduate has a special and unique story to tell. We have at least one mother and daughter who are graduating together today. And yet another student who's graduating on her 22nd birthday. Commencement is indeed an event that those individuals in the entire graduating class of 2012 will always remember and cherish. To our graduates, graduating from this institution is a tremendous honor, and no one can accomplish this goal alone. Let's take this opportunity to thank your parents, spouses, relatives, and friends, all of whom have played important roles in helping you reach this goal and have helped to make today's celebration even more special. I would like to ask all of our parents, relatives, spouses, and friends of today's graduates to please stand as the class of 2012 joins me in expressing appreciation to all of you for your support. I would also like to ask everyone to join me in expressing appreciation to our outstanding faculty members for their dedication, their commitment, to our students, and to Southeastern Oklahoma State University. Let's now thank Reverend Jolinda Cole of the Wesley Center in Durant for offering our invocation this afternoon. I want to also acknowledge the Southeastern Symphonic Winds under the direction of Dr. Jacob Wallace and the Southeastern Chorale under the direction of Dr. Stacy Weeger for providing our music today. I will now introduce today's platform guests and ask that they stand as they're introduced. Please hold your applause until all of our platform guests have been introduced. First, Dr. Claire Stubblefield, Special Assistant to the President and Director of Equity, Diversity, and Compliance. Dr. Lucretia Scofus, Dean of Instruction, Dr. Jerry Polson, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the School of Graduate and University Studies, Dr. Camille Phelps, Dean of Students, Mr. Rob Piercy, President of the Southeastern Oklahoma State University Alumni Association, Reverend Jolinda Cole of the Wesley Center in Durant, Dr. Cordell Adams, our Fall 2012 Commencement Speaker, Ms. Liz McGraw, Dean of Enrollment Management, Mr. Ross Walkup, Vice President for Business Affairs, and Dr. Douglas McMillan, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please join me in recognizing these individuals. Dr. Doug McMillan, Vice President for Academic Affairs, will now introduce our honors graduates.
I would first like to recognize the men and women who are serving as student marshal for this afternoon's exercises. Our marshals are members of either Blue Key, a national leadership fraternity, or Cardinal Key, a national leadership sorority. We want to express our appreciation for the outstanding service Blue Key and Cardinal Key provide at Commencement and many other campus events. If the members of Blue Key and Cardinal Key will stand, let's please recognize them at this time. The gonfalon for the School of Arts and Sciences was carried in by a top graduate, Hunter Garrett Hampton. We're gathered here today to celebrate the academic achievements of all of our graduates. There are a few, however, whose special achievements deserve recognition. On behalf of the faculty, I would now like to recognize the outstanding students. The first of several groups that we will recognize are the graduates who are members of the National Honor Society, Alpha Chi. Students from all majors are eligible for membership into this university-wide honor society. In order to qualify, the members of Alpha Chi had to be ranked in the top 10% of their junior or senior class while maintaining at least a 3.65 grade point average. Alpha Chi members can be recognized by the white stole each is wearing. Will all Alpha Chi members please stand and be recognized? The Southeastern Honors Program, built on the foundation of the Parsons Scholars Program, has a long and honorable tradition that goes back to 1978, when David L. Parsons, a 1928 Southeastern alumnus, endowed the Parsons Scholarship. Today, the Southeastern Honors Program is committed to the ongoing growth and development of a culturally diverse and academically talented group of honors students with a focus on educational excellence as well as cultural and technological literacy. The program challenges high caliber students with special talents and outstanding abilities to develop local and global awareness and to achieve their full potential. It is with great pleasure that I announce the honors program graduate who has fulfilled the rigorous course of study that qualifies him to be recognized as an honors program graduate for fall 2012. And please stand as I call your name. Justin Trey Davis, a computer science major from Marietta, Oklahoma, and a graduate of Marietta High School. Please be seated. I will now introduce the fall 2012 honor graduates. These students are graduating in the upper 10% of their classes and we will recognize 3 groups of honors graduates today. The first of those graduating cum laude or with honors. These students represent the upper 6 to 10% of the fall 2012 graduating class. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all cum laude graduates have been named. We ask you to please hold your applause until all have been announced. Amanda Marie Anderson, a communications major from Colbert, Oklahoma. Tachi Hugate Asamoah, a biotechnology major from Durant, Oklahoma. Stephen Daniel Baker, Jr., an occupational safety and health major from Kingston, Oklahoma. John Benjamin Bradfield III, a math major from Denison, Texas. June Annette Dobbins, a general studies major from Bennington, Oklahoma. Ashley Michelle Hale, a psychology major from Durant, Oklahoma. Priscilla G. Harris, an applied behavioral sciences major from Valiant, Oklahoma. Lindsay Janae Logan, an applied behavioral science major from Paden, Oklahoma. Susanna Noel McDaniel, a musical theater major from Tishomingo, Oklahoma. Jessica Lynn Miller, a Spanish major from Boswell, Oklahoma. Christy Ray Rothruck, a communication major from Durant, Oklahoma. Cheryl Rose Thompson, a computer information systems major from Leon, Oklahoma. Please join me in applauding the cum laude majors. You may be seated. The next group is graduating magna cum laude or with high honors. These students represent the upper 3 to 5% of the fall 2012 graduating class. Again, please stand as your name is called and remain standing until all in this group have been named. Please hold your applause until everyone is announced. Sarah Laurie Bedong DeGeno, a chemistry major from Dallas, Texas. Jessica Dawn Coonrod, a graphic design and visual media major from Calera, Oklahoma. Michael Lee Harold Jr., an occupational safety and health major from Idabel, Oklahoma. Carrie Diane Williamson, an occupational safety and health major from Durant, Oklahoma. Let's recognize our magna cum laude. You may be seated. The final and most exclusive category of honors graduates to be recognized is those graduating summa cum laude or with highest honors. These students represent the top 2% of their graduating class. This afternoon, we're recognizing the following summa cum laude graduates. Once again, we ask you to please hold your applause until all have been announced. Riley Danae Brooks, an occupational safety and health major from Durant, Oklahoma. Alexandria Cassell, occupational safety and health major from Friendswood, Texas. Hunter Garrett Hampton, an occupational and safety major from Madill, Oklahoma. Let's recognize our summa cum laude. As a university, we're honored and fortunate to be surrounded by students of this caliber. You should all be commended for your hard work and dedication to your university, your family, and most importantly, your future. Thank you.
It's indeed an honor for me today to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Cordell Adams. Today, we're keeping alive a tradition that was begun in recent years of inviting prominent Southeastern alumni back to campus to address our graduates. I think it's important that we hear the success stories of those who were here before you to gain a true appreciation of the meaning and the value of the college experience. Dr. Cordell Adams is a true success story. He is a 1982 graduate of Southeastern, and while in school here exhibited many of the traits that would lead to his success later in life. He was involved in numerous campus activities, including Student Senate, the American Chemical Society, the University Players, and an undergraduate research participant in minority biomedical sciences. He was also a Presidential Honors Scholarship recipient and earned a bachelor's degree in chemistry, graduating summa cum laude. Today, Dr. Adams is a board-certified practicing ophthalmologist at Baylor University Medical Center in Dallas, Texas, with a subspecialty in glaucoma. He's been in private practice for nearly 20 years and is a multiple recipient of the Physician Recognition Award from the American Medical Association. He has distinguished himself for more than 30 years, first as a student at Southeastern, as chief resident in his ophthalmology residency in his solo medical practice, and as a member of his community. His hobbies include fine arts, music, intramural sports, fitness training, community activities, and creative writing. From this last endeavor, he has embarked on a literary career, and his first novel, entitled Light Bread, was ranked #1 for local paperback fiction in the Dallas Morning News, in which he pays homage to his maternal grandmother's wit, wisdom, and insatiable curiosity. In 2009, Dr. Adams was honored as a distinguished alumnus of Southeastern. That same year, his father, Claude Adams, was honored posthumously with the Distinguished Former Faculty Award for his service as an assistant professor of English at Southeastern. We're delighted to have Cordell back on campus today, and please join me in offering a special Southeastern welcome to our fall 2012 commencement speaker, Dr. Cordell Adams.
Well, I'm going to get my stretch on first and let you know that I was a little mad when I got here. And I'm going to tell you why, because I got fooled that this was going to be a one-time thing and I wouldn't have to talk long, but this is my third time speaking just today. When Larry asked me, of course, to be the commencement speaker, there was no mention that there was a 10 o'clock program and a 2 o'clock. My friends know me pretty well that even though I like to talk, I don't like to talk that long and that often. And then I got a phone call this week that, Cordell, can you do a video for the upcoming recruitment class, because we'd like to talk about your days of Southeastern and how to get people here, and we're going to do that at 8 o'clock this morning. So I'm sweating a little bit. I have been talking all morning. Now I have to talk the beginning part of the afternoon, and they told me to don't be long. Well, I always knew that, when you get to be a keynote speaker at some event, they really will listen to you if you've got something good to say. But I know that you need to be direct, be important, be quiet, and then be seated. If I manage to do that, I think I have done what I'm supposed to do. But getting to the subject that I guess I'm going to start with is that maybe that I've done something along the way that has been important, something I've done in my life, whatever I've done has been meaningful to somebody that Southeastern has taken a notice to. But the fact is that what is important to me about all of that is that I am one of your own. I am from here. One of my favorite four-letter words is home. You thought I was going to say something else, didn't you? I know that. Yeah. One of my favorite four-letter words is home. And you'll see, based upon what I'm going to say, about all the things that mean something to me. Well, the first thing I want to talk about, to me, is the best subject in the world, is me. I get 1 to 2 minutes. I've divided my time here that I get to tell you what I want you to know about the best subject in the world, me. I'm really going to tell you something different from what Larry read to you. He told you about the accolades, and I am not good at listening to what all I have done, what I've accomplished. And I guess that just means that there's a certain amount of humility that still resides in Cordell. And I hope it never leaves. But when I tell you about me, what I'm really going to tell you about is what is wrong with me. And I have a few things wrong with me. Some things have shaped my life. My father was a Southeastern Oklahoma State professor. When I left high school, my brother and sister were older, and my father was the smartest man I knew. 6'4", 225 pounds, memorized French, taught himself French, taught French when he was in college to help pay his way through school, played on the football team, recites poetry, literature, can coach a football team. My Renaissance father. I'm telling you what is wrong with me. My mother, barely 5'2", Cherokee Indian descent. She could absolutely recite some of the same poetry as my father, but a few more. Her favorite poem, Edgar Allan Poe's Raven. She loved Rudyard Kipling's If. My sister just knew I was going to say something about this because she knows how I praise my parents. But again, the one thing I do like about my mother and father is that my father couldn't cut a rug on the dance floor, and my mother used to drag him out just to see him mess up. Opposites do attract. My father and mother were both valedictorians of their high school class. I'm telling you what is wrong with me. My sister got an award, grades 1 through 12, for never missing a day of school. She was incredible at everything she did. She was the only girl, the oldest child. My sister, another valedictorian. I'm telling you what is wrong with me. My brother started out at Merchant Marine Academy, decided that he missed home, and decided to be with his father here at Southeastern, transferred. But before he got here, he was in the top 10 of his class at Jacksonville High School, Texas, ranked the top high school in Texas at the time academically. I'm telling you what is wrong with me. Where do I fit in? I can't begin to muster all of the pressure that no one put on me to be good. Be good at something. Look at what I had to look up to. And so for that, when I get to the point of giving you all your accolades, graduates, I'm going to get to you. But I'm going to start first with something else. I'm going to let you win the best reality show today there is. And it is going to be called Survivor Southeastern. You have won Survivor Southeastern, but you did not get here on your own. There were some people on the island that either helped you, that were in cahoots with you, that maybe thought you were a friend of, and probably you didn't know it, could have been stabbing you in your back, but you won. You are here. But I'm going to do something by paying homage to everything that Dr. Minks has said about the people that have got you here or that you are here for representing. I am one of those people of the old school regime, the good old days. I'm not a new graduate, but I did win Survivor earlier in life, just as you did, my platform guest, my parents, etc., because you're of this generation I'm about to tell you about. Either you were born in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe not 70s, and even some of the graduates that are older. I'm going to take you back to tell you how we won Survivor. First, we survived being born of mothers who smoked and or drank while they were pregnant. They took aspirin, they ate blue cheese dressing, they ate tuna from a can, and they did not get tested for diabetes. Then after that trauma, we were put to sleep on our tummies in baby cribs covered with bright-colored lead-based paints. We had no childproof lids on the medicine bottles, doors, or the cabinets, and when we rode our bikes, we had no helmets, not to mention the risk we took hitchhiking. After infants and children, we would ride, or as infants and children, we rode in cars with no car seats, no booster seats, no seat belts, and no airbags. Riding in the back of a pickup truck on a warm day was always a special treat. We drank water from the garden hose, not a bottle. We shared one soft drink with 4 friends and 1 bottle, and no one actually died from it. We ate cupcakes, white bread and real butter, drank Kool-Aid made with sugar, and we weren't overweight because we were always outside playing. We would leave home in the morning and play all day as long as we were back when the street lights came on. No one was able to reach us all day, and we were okay. We would spend hours building our go-karts out of scraps and then ride down the hill only to find out that we forgot the brakes. After running into a few bushes, at times we learned to finally solve the problem. We did not have PlayStations, Nintendos, Xboxes, video games, iPods, iPads, no 150 channels on our cable, no video movies or DVDs, no surround sound or CDs, no cell phones, personal computers, no internet, and particularly no chat rooms. And so, therefore, our social media had to be, we had friends and we went and found them. We fell out of trees, got cut, broke bones and teeth, and there were no lawsuits from these accidents. We ate worms and mud pies from the dirt, and the worms did not live inside of us forever as our grandmother had promised. We were given BB guns for our 10th birthdays, made up games with sticks and tennis balls, and although we were told it would happen, we usually did not put out anybody's eyes. We rode bikes or walked to a friend's house and actually knocked on the door, rang the bell, or better yet, just walked in and started talking. Little League had tryouts, and not everyone made the team. Those who didn't had to learn to deal with disappointment. Imagine that. The idea of a parent bailing us out of jail when we broke the law was unheard of. As a matter of fact, most of our parents usually sided with the law. These generations that I am talking about is what we are surrounded by and what you are, and for that I tell you, you are the first generation to graduate and to win Survivor, and I applaud you. Now that I've given them their props, it is time now to give the graduates their props. The fact that we saw this on yesterday and heard about the children, the kindergarten children, you see some of this that I am saying is new to me. But it goes along with my topic of what I am going to challenge you graduates with. I do not know your degrees, but I know that you have done something in this pathway to be inspired, to be motivated, to be encouraged to keep going on with your endeavors. But I need to take you back. I want to take you back in light of kindergarten to your ABCs. I want you to remember these things as you go on in life. My ABCs for your development. I want the A to be for your ambition. How else would you win the other reality TV shows of Jeopardy? How else would you win the Fear Factor if you did not have your ambition? Your B is for your brain. It has done you well thus far. Don't let it stop now. Your C is for your courage. To accomplish what you have done today should not be taken lightly. And truly, I need you to keep that courage for what lies ahead for you. Your D, my D, is for your dedication. You may call your D your desire. You may call your D your discipline. But with your dedication, giving up at this point is not an option. So I need you to take that piece of paper with your name on it and know that you have no other choice but to keep moving forward. E is for expectation. Somebody in this audience played some part in achieving what you have done today. And that's why they won your first Survivor. You will be forever regretful if you wouldn't have expected something from yourself. Carry that over as well, your expectations, into your friendships, your relationships, your new jobs, and anything for which you are a member. Your F is for forgiveness. If you've gotten this far in life and you've never had to forgive someone, obviously you have missed the main lesson in your first Sunday school class. Your G, for giving. From what I heard with these honor graduates, maybe some of that G is for genius. But in any regard, I'm going to require a little bit of both of those to be a part of you. I need you to put your genius spirit and your giving spirit at work at all times. Heritage is what I'm using for my H. Your heritage molds you. Your heritage holds you. I for your intuition. I for your intelligence. At some point, one of the other has obviously gotten you to this point. J for justice. I want you to always think about doing what is right. And when you know what is right, abdicate it. K for knowledge. Be good at something you like. L for life. You get only one of these. This is not a practice run. M, my motivation. In a minute, this room will be empty. But don't think for 1 minute that you graduates are going to be off the hook. Get whatever support you need, but mostly look inside yourself to find it where you know that it exists. N is for now. If not now, then when? But remember, you are only given this one life. O, your opportunity. Seize it. P, your preparation. You're doing that right now. Your diploma is not your culmination point. If your stepping stone that you're looking for is in front of you, jump on it, for you'll find it. Q is for quality. I want the real you to shine, not the fake one. And don't think for 1 minute that we won't know the difference. R is for your risk and your rewards. Complacency usually gets you into trouble. And never miss the opportunity to bring your A game to the table. S, your sanity. Trust me, you're going to need it. T, tolerance. Trust me, you're going to need it. Be guided by your mission, your values, and your beliefs. Your U is for unity. There is always someone there for you. You do not have to go through anything difficult by yourself. V, you heard that I was an ophthalmologist, so I know you are thinking that I am going to use the word vision. Well, I am. If you do not let someone know what you are determined to do, we won't know what lies ahead for you or how we can help direct your path. W, your willpower. When you think it's running low, please remember this room. You'll know that you have a support system. X, medical, X-ray. But don't make people use it to see what lies beneath your mask and your layers. Hidden agendas usually don't work out for the best or to your advantage. I like to use 2 Y's. My first Y is for yes. Know when to say it. Know when you don't need to say it. And Y for you. The number one person that has to be taken care of before you can take care of anyone else is yourself. And finally, Z for zodiac. Know your place under the sun. Your daily footsteps can be sure but dubious. After all, you are not earthly bound. You are a child of the universe. And if you forget that, just look up. You'll remember your place and gain perspective. I am so happy as I close that you have won Survivor Durant, Oklahoma. You have won Survivor Southeastern. I don't know if this is really an island, but you've done well. I know that you have done well because it has helped you win your other reality game shows mentally. You obviously have done well on Fear Factor. You have obviously lived and breathed well in the real world. You've dated some outstanding bachelors, and some of you have dated some outstanding bachelorettes. You may have even shacked up in the bachelor pad. And I know that all of us have a little honey boo-boo in all of us that we can actually bring out when we want to. Just don't embarrass me. I do not want to see you on hoarders. I do not want to see you on cops. I do not want to see you on cheaters. And so therefore, stay well with the reality shows that do you some good. I told you my favorite 4-letter word is home. I have an affinity for nostalgia, as you found out. But I challenge you again as I close. When you get what you want in your struggle for self, and the world makes you a king for a day, you go to the mirror and you look at yourself and you see what that man has to say. For it isn't your father or mother or wife whose judgment upon you must pass. The fellow whose verdict that counts most in your life is the one staring back from the glass. Some people may call you a straight shooting chum and call you a wonderful guy, but the man in the mirror says you're only a bum if you can't look him straight in the eye. He's the one to please, never mind all the rest, for he's with you clear up to the end. And you've passed your most dangerous, most difficult task if the man in the glass is your friend. You may fool the whole world through the pathway of years and get pats on the back as you pass. But your final reward will be heartache and tears if you've cheated the man in the glass. Thank you, Southeastern.
Thank you, Cordell. On behalf of the entire Southeastern Oklahoma State University community, we'd like to present this gift to you for serving as our commencement speaker today.
This time they get to let me keep it. You know, they made me do this at 10 o'clock, but I'm going home with this today.
I would now ask Dr. Lucretia Scofus, Dean of Instruction, to come to the podium for the purpose of presenting the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the School of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for bachelor degrees in the School of Arts and Sciences please stand? President Minks, these students have completed all said requirements for their respective degrees, and they are recommended by the faculty of the School of Arts and Sciences for granting of the degrees as listed in the program.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the rules and regulations of the Higher Learning Commission of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, the rules and regulations of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education and the Regional University System of Oklahoma Board of Regents, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it is my pleasure to confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree as printed in the program with the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. In testimony thereof, you may now come forward and receive your degree.
Hunter Garrett Hampton, summa cum laude. Anthony James Acker. Joshua Dwayne Adams. Gabrielle Agee. Chandra Shanae Alberti. Francisco David Alvarez. Teichi Yuget Asamoah. Emmanuel Atonga. Cynthia Lynn Austin. Justin Michael Avery. Stephen Daniel Baker, Jr., cum laude. William Clayton Bays. Sarah Lori Bedong Janot, magna cum laude. Autumn Brooke Bevels. David Bigelow. Sharonda Bostick. John Bradfield. Justin Britt. Riley Danae Brooks, summa cum laude. Tamra Jean Buck. Justin Bull. Tanner Ryan Chitwood. Ashley Taylor Clark. Taylor Lee Kleinbell. Zachary Cobb. Jessica Dawn Coonrod, magna cum laude. Justin Copeland. Jessica Christine Cribbs. Logan Daniel. Charla DeWitt. June Annette Dobbins, cum laude. Jordan Dodd. Jeffrey Harris Drake. Charles Wesley Duke. Jamal Evans. Jamie Farmer. Robert Ferguson. Tyson Glenn Finch. Kelsey Leilani Marie Furr. Nathaniel Shane Glenn. Melissa Annette Greenlee. Brody Haddock. Ashley Michelle Hale, cum laude. Dylan K. Hamilton. Casey Marie Hammock. Cody Hampton. Trisha Lynn Harding. Priscilla Harris. Dakota Harrison. Jonathan Head. Brandon Hubert. Trey Davis. Jeremy Frank Hall. Randall Ryan Self. Colt Impson. Spencer Edward Ingram. Matt Jones. Van Esther Annette Jones. Riley Keith. Anthony Jason Kennedy. Judy K. Godfrey Kinder. Tracy Lynn Kinney. Jenna Marie Crumrine. Matthew Elwood Leatherwood. Anthony Michael Lotspeech. Chase Manning. Jennifer Melton. Jessica Lynn Miller, cum laude. Nicole Miller. Corey Milligan. Brittany Roselle Mills. Elizabeth Morris. Chelsea Niata Wongwo. Darcy Herman Onanga. Krista Marie Owen. Davina Pierce. Lindsay Renee Pierce. Wetaw Elizabeth Poole. Nicholas Ramsey. Truly Sides Redmill. Jeffrey Dylan Ray. Blake Robinson. Brian Keith Robison. Christy Ray Rothrock, cum laude. Hannah Michelle Searles. Jeremy Seppin. Brenton Sides. Dusty Ryan Ship. Justin Eugene Sloan. Bethany Rose Smith. Terry Jean Stevens. Al Stelly. Misty Deanne Stewart. Matthew F. Stringer. Samuel Keith Toney. Lori Lynn Turman. Nicholas Joshua Wade. Caleb Andrew Wagner. Carrie Diane Williamson. Eric Wayne Williston. Dory Wingfield.
I would now ask Dr. Jerry Polson, Assistant Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of the School of Graduate and University Studies, to come to the podium for the purpose of presenting the candidates for the Master of Science and Master of Technology.
Will the candidates for master's degrees please stand? President Minks, these students have completed all the requirements for their respective degrees, and they are recommended by the graduate faculty for the granting of degrees and academic hooding as listed in the program.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Oklahoma, the rules and regulations of the Higher Learning Commission of the North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, the rules and regulations of the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education and the Regional University System of Oklahoma Board of Regents, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it is my pleasure to confer on each of you the master's degree as printed in the program with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. In testimony thereof, you may now come forward and receive your degree and academic hooding.
Sushma Ale. Syed Arif Ali. Taylor Melton. Anthony Rickles.
I'm pleased now to introduce the president of Southeastern's Alumni Association, Mr. Rob Piercy, to present the alumni charge. Rob earned his degree in communication at Southeastern in 1994. He's an agent with the Arnett Insurance Agency and has been very active in community affairs, having served as a member of the local school board among many other activities. Please join me in welcoming Alumni Association President Rob Piercy.
Well, graduates, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I celebrate with you your accomplishments today. Whether this is the end of your academic endeavor or simply a stepping stone to your next degree, we congratulate you on your efforts and your success. I also want to encourage you to stay connected to Southeastern, to remember those stories, the times you spent, not only with your teachers and classmates or coaches, teammates, but also the Alumni Association itself. Keep us up to date with where you are and what you're doing. Everyone has a story to tell, much like Dr. Adams. We also want to challenge you. We just went through, as you came across the stage, you received a Southeastern pin. That is our little symbol of the part of Southeastern you can take with you wherever you go. So with that, go storm the world.
Thank you, Rob. To close our ceremony, please stand and join the Southeastern Chorale as we sing our alma mater, the lyrics of which can be found in your program. Please remain standing until the recessional is complete.
Yeah.